Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf and I'm here with Luke Caccetta. How are you?
Doing just fine. How about you?
Doing great. Sorry, we had a funny moment prior to this and I just can't stop laughing, so here we go.
I'm not responsible for it at all.
Who knows where this interview is going to take you guys?
No idea.
I'm so sorry, but it's going to be great. Okay, first of all, I met you at Nick Sturm's writer's round that he did at the Whiskey Rhythm Saloon not too long ago, and you kind of blew me away. I did not expect such a powerful voice to come out of you, and it was really quite interesting. And you wrote a song there that night, and I want you to tell everybody about it because it's my favorite song. And it was that day that you had written that song.
Oh, Blue Where You Are?
Yes.
Okay. I had the awesome opportunity to get in the writer's room with Liz Henberg and with Kellis Collins, who both have Reba McEntire cuts. Got in the room, and I'd had this idea for a while. Just kind of one of those ideas of, there are just so many breakup songs, but it was just one of those songs that actually wished the other person well through everything, and just trying to find a cooler way to say it. And I threw the idea out at them, and they really enjoyed it, and they really wanted to chase after it, and took a couple hours to try to get the story in line and where we wanted to take it. But once we got it, we went off and finished it in about 30 minutes, and it was just, I love that song.
It was great, and it was fun because I know you asked everybody if, what they wanted to hear, whether they wanted to hear an older one or one that you had just written that day, and I was sitting at the table. I don't even know if you remember.
You were the one person that yelled.
I was like, today, I want to hear the new one. And I'm so glad I did because I love that song.
Well,
I love listening to it. It's
Thank
amazing.
you.
And I filmed you on my cell phone. We didn't film it on here, but I filmed it on my cell phone. So I've been sharing that song with everybody that I know.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I will include it in the article too if you
Awesome,
give me permission.
please. Yeah,
Perfect.
thank you.
I have permission. You guys know that now, so you'll get to see it. But so what have you been doing in Nashville? I know you've been performing a lot of writers' rounds and songwriter things. So
I have. It's kind of an off and on kind of thing. You kind of find your balance and flip flop between the certain things you need to do for the specific times during your career. And so, as of right now, I've really been trying to get out of town and play, and that's been pretty successful, whether it be for myself or with Nick or something like that. That's really just what I've been doing. Is I've been getting out and playing. The writers' rounds are great. I get to come back and hang out with other writers and artists that I know and get to see certain similar faces that I've seen in the crowds out here in Nashville and everything like that. But the one thing I've really been focused on recently is writing, getting some more songs, and actually getting out of town and playing. Like this past weekend, we were just in Iowa and Illinois, and it was a great weekend. Fantastic weekend. So, and this past weekend was actually the first time I took my own band out of Nashville for a show.
Oh wow!
So it was a really cool moment. It was a really cool moment.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have plans for just continuing doing a lot of songwriting for other people, or are you more focused on wanting to be the performer?
I'm absolutely more focused on being the performer. Being an artist is really what I feel like I was born and bred to do. When it comes to songwriting, it's just such a cool animal to tackle. It's just one of those things where you get in the room, and for someone like me, if I have an idea, I want to service the song and the best thing for the song, whether it be for me or not. And so when it comes to songwriting, whichever one fits for me, I'll take it. If I feel like someone could better service the song, I absolutely want to give it to them, because I don't want the song to diminish at all just because I'm singing it. So it's one of those things. I love songwriting. It's a part of who I am. It's what I love to do. So it's sort of a pick and choose kind of thing, which actually makes it really fun.
That's great. Now, if you could perform with anybody on stage, who would it be?
Bruce Springsteen.
Oh wow, that was fast. That was like the fastest answer ever. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Bruce Springsteen. You didn't say dead or alive. If it was dead or alive, it'd have to be Elvis. But if it was,
all right. We have a fan behind the camera of Elvis.
But Bruce Springsteen, hands down. I was raised on Springsteen. It's just, he's the main that whenever I got into my daddy's 95 Ford Aerostar, that was the cassette that was in there for all you youngins. A cassette's a little plastic thing. It's got tape in it. But I'm saying that, I'm 22. I feel like I'm 36 or something. Well, but
I'm just going to pretend I'm in your category there. So
hey, you are. It's that simple. No, I was just raised with Springsteen, and that's where I got a lot of I learned a lot about stage presence, working a crowd, just really servicing songs and making them as theatrical in the sense of everybody having an experience with the song, not just something where it goes in one ear and out the other. Like actually creating a memory or creating an experience with the song. Him and Elvis are the two that really taught me that, and just sitting back. Good. And I've seen Bruce twice, and it's just every single time it's just such a moment. The entire concert is just one huge moment.
Well, maybe one day you'll get that chance. You'll get to perform it.
People keep asking me if it was a CMT Crossroads, I'd want Bruce right up there.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. Oh, definitely.
There's no doubt. I'd die. Good Lord could take me after that show and just take me then. Just a minute, I unplug the guitar, lightning right there, good to go. What?
I'm so glad that you are so happy about him and like so passionate about that, because I have my artist and everybody knows who my artist is.
Well, I don't, so who's your artist?
Bon Jovi, John Bon Jovi.
Okay, I should have figured with, okay.
Yeah, he's my guy. I will get that interview. I know. I've met him a couple of times. I get to see him in 2 weeks, so it's all good.
There you go.
Yeah, he'll be here in Nashville for those of you who don't know, and I'm going because I'm crazy. But
no such thing.
Well, okay. Well, yeah.
Passionate.
Then I'm extra passionate. Just gonna say. So, all right. I know that fans at home don't know this, but we have this wall of guitars here, and the owners of the studio, these are all of their personal guitars. And there's one on here that is your absolute favorite, and I want you to tell everybody what it is and who it's by, because I had no clue, and I feel like a complete idiot.
It ain't no thing. So my favorite one is the Gibson Les Paul right here. It's just a standard. I'm not sure what year. I could flip it around, take it off the wall, and figure it out, but we won't worry about it. But I'm also a huge Slash fan. Guns N' Roses, yes, with Axl Rose. Because you could actually somewhat, take him at that point and handle him. Now you can't. But Slash is my second favorite guitar player of all time, and it has the same color, the same looks, the no caps on the humbuckers, anything, and it's really, this one is the best Les Paul I've ever played in my life. It's just one of those things, you just pick it up and it just has a song to sing of its own. And great. I've always wanted a Les Paul. I just haven't found the right one yet. I thought I did, and then I found out that the dude's getting buried with it, so there goes my luck.
Oh.
Grave digging will become a hobby here soon. I don't know, but.
No, you know what, Les Paul, you just need to get some sponsors and we need to get you.
No, well.
We'll figure it out. We'll
figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get there.
Write that hit song.
We'll get there.
That recorded.
I'm trying. You never know. I could have done it. They just haven't heard it yet.
And Nashville's a small town.
It is.
I have discovered that it is a tiny town.
You have no idea.
Everyone knows everyone. So
they say it takes 5 years to build a reputation and one night to ruin it.
I believe that.
And yeah,
I definitely believe that.
I've seen it happen, and it really. It's a wake-up call when you see it happen. So.
Wow. All right. Well, what do you have coming up in 2016 then for you?
2016, it shows. That's really what I'm pushing. I've had the awesome opportunity to play behind a bunch of phenomenal artists like Nick. And so it's just one of those things. For a while when I got here, I started writing, started getting a buzz that way, and then I would go out and play with certain artists and stuff like that, just because I have a similar mindset to offer, since that's what I want to do. I know what they're looking for. I know what they want to hear, what they don't want to hear. Right. And it's just sitting in the passenger seat for a little while and learning process, what to do, what not to do. And so now I feel like since I've been doing that since my sophomore year of college, it's been 4 or 5 years now, so I really feel like I'm ready to start tackling that. So my own shows is what's really coming up for 2016.
Good. That's really good. And I know you have a website that you're working on right now.
It's getting made right now as we speak.
That's good. And then that way everybody can follow you and
get
on there and see where you're going now. In terms of family support, I mean, have you had a lot of family support? I don't even know how old were you when you got started? Like, I don't.
Oh, I was 4.
Wow.
Yeah. I was born and raised in Williamsburg, Virginia, and there's a theme park there called Busch Gardens. And the thing is that I was 4 years old. It was my mom and my daddy and my little brother, who was like 2 at the time, I think. And we went. There was this show, American Jukebox, and it was like songs through the decades, everything. And the 50s came around, and a guy came out and did Blue Suede Shoes. And I was 4 years old, and I looked up at Mama and said, "I want to do that." Aww. And she was like, "Okay, yeah, sure. You're 4 years old.
Right.
All right, yeah." You're going to be crying when food comes around, much less when you want to be up on the stage. But When I was I was 15 when I auditioned at Busch Gardens. I got hired there at 16 to play guitar and sing. And then the next year when I was a sophomore, I was a junior in high school. When I was a junior in high school, I got to sing on that stage.
Wow.
So it's been a really cool journey. But yeah, family support, it was one of those things to where, like, my daddy's a gym teacher, and so I was born with a baseball hat on, playing baseball. That was really my first love. And it was, once I quit baseball, it was one of those things like, I actually want to do this, and just them actually realizing that this is something I'm really passionate about. I'd always done music. I'd always sang. I'd been in musicals since I was like 2 years, or in second grade. But once I said I wanted to make it a career, it was one of those things, especially in the town where I'm from, it's just one of those things like, it's not really a career, it's a hobby. But they have never, ever not shown support. Well, they've been so incredibly supportive the entire time. It's just one of those things that, when you're not used to it, it's one of those things you just kind of have to switch gears and kind of understand what's going on.
Your level of talent is so amazing that I couldn't imagine them not supporting you.
Thank you.
You really are.
They've supported. Thank you. They've supported me the entire time, and sometimes it's funny because I'll call Mama and tell her like, "Hey, this happened today," and she's like, "Okay, cool," and I'm like, "You have no idea what I'm talking about, dude." No. Daddy at least tries to play it off. He's like, "Oh, that's awesome, bud." And I'm like, "Yeah, and then that means I'm going to get to do this." Like, "Oh, yeah." It's like the nod your head and smile, and at least he plays it off sometimes. And
I'm more on your mama's side. I'm the girl who cannot hide. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
No, it's okay. Hey, but it's all good. She has been so awesome with sitting back and learning about stuff. So awesome, I'll go back and she'll be like, "Okay, now what are you going to do with this song? Well, I want to pitch it to this person. How do you do that?" Well, sit back and give her a little lesson, pad and paper, take notes and stuff. But she's been so awesome with sitting back and learning stuff.
Oh, that's great. And have you had any, really great moments when you've written a song and you've pitched it to somebody? Have you had one of those defining moments where you're like, wow, this song did way better than I ever thought it was? That
actually just happened last week. What happened, it's so cool when you write a song and it's something that you have always wanted to write and you just never thought you could, or you didn't know that it was just going to come out of the well like that. But it was actually Blue Where You Are, and another song I wrote with a guy named Chris Stevens. He's actually Toby Mac's producer. It's called Cool Way to Fall in Love. There's a publishing company I've had a couple rights at, and they just took a chance. We don't exactly know the status of it right now, but they took a chance and they put 2 of my songs on a pitch CD for the Warner record label. Wow. And they came, and I'm not signed with the publishing company or anything. They're just like, "We like you." They put those 2 songs on, and the song plugger from Warner took both of those songs. So that's a really cool moment for me to sit back and be like, "I don't suck. Cool."
No, you don't. You don't at all.
It's just because after just years of going in and playing for publishers and labels, and then being like, "You're really good. Keep us in the loop." That's the one thing I've always heard. Keep me in the loop, and then it's just you do keep them in the loop, and then nothing happens, which is fine. Like it's all God's timing and all that, but for something like that to happen, it's just a cool little booster to know you're doing the right thing, you're being yourself, you're writing the right songs the right way. So it's just, that was a cool moment for me. I have no idea what's going to happen. If nothing happens, that's fine. But it's just a cool little thing to let me know that I'm going the right way.
Well, that's great. Well, we're going to definitely wish you all the best with
that.
Thank
you.
And I will pray for you on that because I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations on just having that moment.
Thank you.
Because that's got to be just rewarding.
Well, it really is. After just years of just hashing it out and writing all sorts of stupid slanted lines on a piece of paper that somehow form words. It's just one of those things to where you take a song like Blue Where You Are, which is pretty personal, and it's something that resonates with somebody to where they think that it has a shot with somebody else. It's just a cool moment. I have no idea what'll happen. If nothing happens, like I said, I'll just be thankful that the song resonated with somebody and and it just meant something to them. So it just means keep going.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You were just such a pleasure to talk to. And, some artists that we've interviewed, they're nervous and, you're just so easygoing the entire time. And I love it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
And we started out laughing, so that was great.
That's all right. Ain't no thing.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time, but
yes,
keep us definitely posted.
Absolutely,
on everything.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll promote you and all
Thank
that.
you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Until next time, guys. See you later.
Thanks, y'all.